everybody looks at what you did and what you did this year and says, essentially, you can't do it again because of your quarterback. How do you respond to that?
That's for them to, we're tuning out the noise. That's one thing that we did last year. And especially the route that I took from an individual standpoint. I was undrafted. A lot of people said I wasn't going to be in the league long. Every player looks into stuff like that, the criticism and everything like that, and we use it as motivation. So for people to say that, we love to prove them wrong. It's just that extra motivation that's going to get us to where we want to get to.
Well, I mean, how he was just, extended, re-signed, or however you want to put it, it was labeled by many as a mistake. By the way, not here. I've called Blake Bortles the maker of stars and remover of tarps. First of his name of House Bortles, Blake Bortles. And so how do you feel about him in that locker room?
He's starting to be a pro. I was talking to him towards the end of the season, about some books I was reading. We went to college together, so I'm definitely rooting for him. And I want to say Buffalo, even in the playoffs, especially against the Steelers and the Patriots, he carried his weight against the two best quarterbacks in the AFC. And when you see that, that's great things for the future. And then from an individual standpoint, I never try to put the defense on it, but from my standpoint, I have to do a better job of finishing, just not to put him in that situation. So I'm excited. He has a strong arm. He can run. He's athletic. He's going to be healthy coming into it, and we're definitely looking forward to it.
Well, there's two things that I just picked up on right there that you said. I just want to hit a couple of them. You said starting to be a pro. What can you let me in on that and everybody in on that? What do you mean by starting to be a pro?
Well, he was, when I was playing against him, you could see his body language and the way he was acting, especially the quote-unquote bad year that he had. But, ever since I came and I signed, he was in the training room doing the same movement prep, everything like that, making sure that his body was right. He was taking care of himself, watching extra film. He was with Chad Henne. They was talking football, and you could just see everything he was doing. He wanted to win. He wanted to be the best player he can for the team. And, our GM Caldwell did a great job, bringing me, Barry, Calais, and the other guys. So we know he made the right decision when it came to getting Blake. And you see why the team always had his back, because he started to show, especially in the playoffs, what he's capable of.
And when you said books that you wanted to share with him, walk me through that. Which books?
It was called Relentless. It's one of the books I read every offseason just from a mindset standpoint. And it's a great book. And
what do you like about it? And why do you think it might have been pertinent for him to read that?
Well, because you always gonna have people that's gonna doubt you, but you can't pay attention to that. You just gotta focus on the positive and just always stay relentless. No matter what happens, you can't just stay down. You gotta keep pushing. And sometimes we had that dark side in us, but we use it as motivation. So one practice we was warming up, and Blake was like, "Dark side, baby," and I was like, "Yeah, you've been reading." So
okay,
I'm proud of Blake. He deserves everything he got, and I'm just looking forward to the future with him.
And it's written by Jalen Ramsey. Is that Jalen? Did he write that book?
That's not written.
No.
If Jalen wrote a book, it'll just be straight sayings, straight facts. You tell me all that. So you know how that goes.
Yeah, the new book by Jalen Ramsey. He's gonna join us later on this week, called "F Off." I'm the man. Right?
What y'all got against him, man?
We sat in front of him in honors.
I love that guy.
He was great.
Yes, he sat right behind us at NFL honors, and I was just talking about it earlier in the show with the Jets with Jamal Adams. You need to have somebody in the locker room who talks and walks the walk, and you pick up what they are putting down, and you need to match the intensity. And I want somebody in my locker room for whom football means so much. You could see it.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, you could see it, you could feel it, you could, and obviously I was just joking in that regard. He does need to, in a way, just turn it down from 12 to 11 before he gets it down to 10 in a way.
I mean, you ever thought that he probably used that on purpose, though? It just makes him play that much better.
And it's working.
Exactly. So, and I said it before, the things that he say, a lot of us want to say, but he has a platform. He's a person that does it, and we always have his back no matter what. And, it just shows you the type of person he is. He hates to lose. He wants to win, and you never want to let him down. And I can say no matter what goes on between teammates in the locker room and everything, one thing that we don't want to do is let each other down. And that shows.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.